I think the thing that is most distinct about the Aston Martin DBX, is the leather and how this car smells. It smells heavenly. It doesn't smell like leather. It smells like a fine designer boutique. It's beautiful. This is the Aston Martin DBX, the first ever SUV from the famed bespoke car maker, mostly known for serving royalty and international sleuths like James Bond, but also very popular among the jet set, those who really appreciate a refined, handmade, bespoke thing like a car. It has an opening price tag of about $177,000. The one we're driving is a little over $220,000. So what do you get for that much money? Well, you get a lot of things you're not going to get in other cars, and you get a lot of really cool design details. If you like design, the Aston Martin DBX is definitely something that should be on your wish list. Before I go into further details though, I want to share with you one really cool thing about this car. There's one thing on this car that is actually made by a jeweler. I'm not going to tell you now, but see if you can guess while we're looking at the Aston Martin DBX. When we talk about bespoke design on a car like the Aston Martin DBX, it starts with this wide front grille and very distinctive profile. And even inside the lights, you can see brushed stainless steel and sort of almost a honeycomb shape. It almost has like a ray gun look to the exterior housing of the headlights. From here, we have 22-inch wheels, which are totally badass. But in keeping with that very sleek look, we have very flush door handles as well. So you just push it, and then it pops out and you put your hand around it. It feels so good to wrap your hand around the door handle. And then we have frameless windows here. So there's not a metal frame, sort of like a convertible or a sports car, these frameless windows. So when you put the window down, it all goes down. This entire panel is glass. So glass here, where sometimes you have a metal or plastic pillar, and there's actually glass that covers this pillar here in the center between the doors. The rear of the Aston Martin DBX is notable for the spoiler that pops out. There's a spoiler here and also on the lift gate, but notice the lights. They have this really beautiful swooping shape to them, and then the Aston Martin name spelled out here, and then also of course the winged badge there. On the lower portion are the exhaust tips, so you have the exhaust pipes coming out here, and there's this perforated area there, and it's all framed with this lower black spoiler and bumper. Inside the Aston Martin DBX, it definitely has a look and feel of a luxury SUV, but there's some telltale things that make it very distinct. The infotainment system and much of the controls are actually built by Mercedes-Benz, who also built the engine in this car. But why reinvent the wheel, right? So Aston Martin isn't the only automaker to go to Mercedes for some internal components. You'll probably also see them in Tesla as well. There are paddle shifters that allow you to manually shift while you're driving. And note that they're connected to the steering column, not the steering wheel. There are woven carbon fiber details on the center console. You'll see it here, and then you also see it on the door panels. And under here, which is also covered in leather, under the center console, there's room for a smartphone, there's room to put a small handbag or something like that, or a bottle of water. In the rear seat of the Aston Martin, there is a lot of legroom, and it's very comfortable. This seat is set for my driving position. I'm 5'8", so I've got plenty of legroom here. And these seats, it's like sitting on the most incredible handbag you've ever sat on. It really is amazing. Backseat passengers have an armrest here. There's Alcantara leather here and the suede in here, and then and on the headliner. And then rear seat passengers also have climate control and USB ports. It's pretty simple, nothing really overly done in the test model that we're driving, although I'm sure you could probably customize it however you would like. Even though this is an SUV that's on the smaller side, it's not huge to drive, it's very agile and easy to drive and park, the rear seat feels very comfortable. I'm surprised at how much space they actually were able to carve out of this SUV. And I have to regard again on the fragrance inside this car. It smells like a beautiful boutique or fresh laundry. There's just something fruity and fresh about the fragrance inside this car. It's not what you expect from leather. And I know I promised to tell you the one thing on this car that's actually made by a jeweler. That is this, the Aston Martin badge. This is the largest Aston Martin, and so therefore this is the largest badge, but you'll actually find it a couple of other places on the car. Each one of these handcrafted by a jeweler.